Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook and YouTube channels, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. Every Saturday morning we're here with you. We join you via Facebook, via YouTube, via Von Radio's website, or via regular radio. And our goal is to bring information, activities, anything that is happening that would affect our students, that will be able to empower our students. And so this Saturday is no different. I am Zanella Claxton from the Department of Education alongside my co-host
DeAndre Daniel.
And DeAndre, it is it is a semi-cloudy day outside, but we know on Youth on the Go, we don't just bring the sunshine, we bring the entire sun. All right, so for those of you who are enjoying the cool weather, know that we are also here to brighten and light up your day. This morning, we know that the morning would have started with the Pink Lily Cancer Walk, and that started very early this morning. It should be wrapping up, but if it hasn't wrapped up as yet, persons are probably mingling, and we'll talk a bit more about Pink Lily and cancer care and all of that in a few minutes. DeAndre?
Hmm?
All right, so how was your week?
Good. Good so far.
It's been going good so far?
Yeah.
All right. So it has been a wonderful week, very active week, especially at the department and the various schools. We've had many activities going on, and I'd just like to give, of course, yesterday was the most recent activity where we had the football championship happening. We had all of the schools, the opening ceremony started at 1 o'clock, and all of the schools were able to compete for the first game of the primary school football championship. And I want to take this opportunity to encourage all parents to send your children out to get them engaged in all forms of activities. Remember, education is not limited to the academic element of it, but education covers and encompasses the holistic development of our children, and so sports, activities, all of those things are part of their education. And so as you support your children in the various areas of their lives, we encourage you to support them during this primary school championship. So on Friday, we saw all the competing teams playing, and the competing teams, by way of information, are Charlestown Primary, Violet O. Jeffers Nichols Primary, St. Thomas's Primary, Elizabeth Pemberton Primary, Joycelyn Library Primary, Maud Cross Preparatory, Ivor Walters Primary, and Nevis Academy. And so all four teams were able to play on Friday. We saw Charlestown Primary winning the game against VOJN Primary. We saw St. Thomas's Primary winning the game against the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School. We saw JLPS winning the game against Maud Cross Preparatory, and we saw Ivor Walters Primary School winning the game against the Nevis Academy. Now, as I said, we're encouraging all of you to go on out and support the teams in the various activities. We want to make sure that we get your support. The children really relish it. They cherish it. The next round of games, the next round of matches will continue on Tuesday. And of course, the venue is the ETW Willett Park, and so the ETW Park, and so we encourage all of you to go out. There will be, I think, 2 matches on Tuesday. Let me tell you what they are. On Tuesday, we will see the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary at 3 o'clock coming up against the Violet O. Jeffers Nichols Primary, and the Joycelyn Library Primary coming up against Nevis Academy. So on Tuesday, parents and supporters of these schools, as well as the general community, we encourage you at 3 o'clock. Maybe that's a day you can take a late lunch, or as soon as you finish work, you head on up to the ETW Park to witness EPPS versus VOJN, and simultaneously both matches will be happening at the same time. Both games will be happening at the same time. JLPS versus Nevis Academy. On Friday, we have four games happening. So on Tuesday we have 2. I just told you what they were. And on Friday we will have 4 games going on. JLPS versus VOJN and EPPS versus Nevis Academy, and those will take place at 1:30. And then at 2:30 we'll have St. Thomas's Primary versus CPS, Charlestown Primary, and Modcross Prep against Ivor Walters. And so that second round, the second round of games, they start at 2:30. So at 1:30, you'll see 2 games playing at the same time. They have 2 fields marked out at the ETW Park, and then at 2:30, we'll see another 2 happening at the same time. And every team will get an opportunity to play against the various teams all the way down till the end of November when we have the final match. Next week, I'll bring the updated information to you, and of course the matches, the games for the upcoming week. But as I said, we encourage you to support all of the students, to support all of the schools as they go forth and do their very best playing, but most of all interacting, getting to meet colleagues, getting to meet friends, and getting to know each other, learning about fair play, learning that I think one of the important parts of the FIFA Fair Play thrust is the fact that they encourage the students to go in with a mindset to win, but to be able to be respectful should they not win. And so I think they term it to play to win, but to accept defeat with dignity. And I love that. You go out to do your very best, but should you not win, you still display a high level of sportsmanship. We'll continue with more updates after this short break.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughn Radio.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Whoa. Let's go.
Let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Facebook, Vaughn Radio's Facebook Live and YouTube channels, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Vaughn Radio. Every Saturday morning we are here with you. We are giving you updates on activities and events and anything that can positively affect our students. And of course, we like to give you a heads up as to what is to come. And so last week, we know that we have spoken a lot about Water Wednesday, and so we're continuing with our Water Wednesday thrust. We are encouraging all parents, all students, all teachers, encouraging you on Wednesdays to not take any sugar sweetened beverages to school, to not drink any artificially sweetened juices, but to take water. So instead of taking maybe 1 box juice and 1 bottle of water, you can just take 2 bottles of water and forego the juice for that day. And so we're hoping that it's slowly taking root, and that we'll have our students being excited about Water Wednesdays. We also started our induction course last week for our first year teachers, and at the department we support our first year teachers. We ensure that they are getting the assistance that they need, the guidance that they need, and we try our best to help them through their first year of teaching. And so we had the launch of that activity on Tuesday. On Thursday afternoon, the Maud Cross Preparatory School had their student council elections, and on Friday morning, the Charlestown Primary School had their student council elections. I did not get the names of the winners, but I want to say congratulations to the new executives, and hopefully next week we can share those with you. Some other schools will be having their student council elections this upcoming week as well, so we'll share all of that information with you. Ivor Walters Primary also had their student council elections this week as well, and so congratulations to all the students. Once again, last week I spoke to the fact that some students have put themselves forward as leaders, and that is commendable, and so congratulations to all of the students who put themselves forward as leaders, because they know it shows that they're preparing themselves for the future. Now, not every child, and that is the truth, not every child will want to run in the competition or to run for the student council office, a student council office, but every child, every student can support the student council to make sure that their school is better. And so once again, I say congratulations to those who signed up, those who competed, those who won, and of course those who didn't secure a spot. There is always a spot for you. I know at some schools the vice president is automatically the person who didn't win the presidency, and so going along that line. So we want to encourage all of you to do your best for this school year, and we know that you will be very successful, and we will do our best as educators to support all of you. Coming up next week we have several activities as well, but worthy of note, next Friday there is the Bullying Awareness Day, and so we are encouraging all students to wear white next Friday. The Department of Youth hosts the annual Bullying Awareness Day, where students are encouraged to have zero tolerance for bullying and to do what they can to ensure that persons are being respected, not only in the classroom, not only at school, but in the general community. And so we encourage all of you to remember that next week is Wear White Day, next Friday, where we're doing our Bullying Awareness Day. Also, the Nevis Academy will be celebrating their Spirit Week. On Monday, they have Scrabble Day. On Tuesday, they have Twin Day. On Wednesday, Hat Day. And on Thursday, they have Breast Cancer Awareness Day, Wear Pink Day. And on Friday, they're celebrating their Bullying Awareness Day, as I said, along with the other schools across the island. So parents, make sure that you remember that there are many things happening. We have football next week. We have some Spirit Weeks next week. We have Bullying Awareness Day and other activities happening during the course of the week, student council elections. And so make sure that you remember to prepare your students to be exemplary during this upcoming week, and of course to remind them that Wednesday is Water Wednesday, so they're expected to drink their water and to keep hydrated and to minimize or decrease the amount of sugar sweetened beverages. I know we like our sweet drinks, we like our soda, we like Pedrella and malt and ting and all the sugar sweetened beverages, and there's nothing wrong with liking sugar sweetened beverages, but we're trying to encourage students to not drink them all day every day, because they raise your blood sugar, they have a negative effect on your bodies. And final announcement, the Financial Information Month 2019, of course October is also Financial Information Month. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank is the host entity. It hosts the Financial Information Month, and the theme for Financial Information Month is Plan for Uncertainty, Make Insurance a Priority. Plan for uncertainty, make insurance a priority. And I know children and students might be thinking, why do we have to plan for anything? It sounds like something adults need to do. We don't sign up for insurance, but we are encouraging the adults to protect the children, and children should know what goes on around them. You should be alert. You should be aware, and so it's open to the general public. And there's a special symposium taking place on Wednesday from 4:30 to 6:30 at the Nevis Red Cross, and the presentations. Each presentation will be 15 minutes long. That will be followed by a discussion. The discussion will be 10 minutes, and the theme, as I said, preparing for uncertainty, protecting everyone and everything you care about. For the symposium, the specific theme for the symposium is preparing for uncertainty, protecting everyone and everything you care about. And so the presentations, the first one, planning for uncertainty. And Mr. Rawlinson Isaac will be doing that session, and he'll talk about the importance of preparing for unplanned events, such as losing your job, a death of somebody who was your income generator or your breadwinner, a prolonged illness, and that's a reality, a loss of property due to disaster, that's a reality as well. One of the disasters we have to think about is the hurricane, and so loss of property due to disaster or financial challenges. How financial institutions can assist individuals and businesses with recovering from adverse financial situations due to natural disasters or external shocks. We'll also hear from Mrs. Hazel Manners David, understanding insurance coverage, the insurance process, the importance of having adequate insurance, insuring your contents, and telling you a bit about some of the myths and some of the facts. So some of the things that are true and some of the things that are not so true as it relates to insurance coverage, and then selecting the right plan for your family. And how we'll have a session by the Social Security, Donovan Herbert, financial protection for you and your family. And then we'll have a session on supervision and regulation of the insurance sector. And we'll also have a session on weathering the storm, how to hurricane-proof your property. So we have some good sessions. We know, as I said, hurricanes are a reality for us. And so, we're used to boarding up our windows. Maybe we're not doing it right. Maybe we're doing something wrong. So if you go to the symposium on Wednesday, you might hear about maybe you should leave a specific window. I know some people say leave a window open. Don't board up all of the windows or the pressure will get too high in the room. But the person's presenting or the person presenting might be able to tell us which window to board up. Maybe it makes a difference. Which window to leave open. Maybe it makes a difference. Maybe you should leave your bathroom window open. Or maybe it should be a window on a specific side, perhaps, depending on the wind direction. And so all of that, I'm just speculating because I haven't gotten to the session as yet, but I'm encouraging all of us to go out on Wednesday at the Nevis Red Cross and join the presenters as we celebrate Financial Information Month 2019. Reminder, it starts at 4:30 and it goes to 6:30. So that is something worthy of note. And then final, I said that was a final, but really there is one more final. Our final important announcement. This evening, the Nevis Disaster Management Department will be having a concert. It's entitled On Christ the Solid Rock We Stand. It's a gospel concert, and a love offering will be collected, so there's no admission. It takes place at NEPAC starting at 7 p.m. and we have several persons prepared to present. I understand it will be, they said, to join us for an edutain you, as we entertain you with local talents mixed with multi-hazard public awareness messages. So it's an innovative way for us to learn about the different hazards. We've had students come on the air, and some students have come to talk to us about the various hazards, and it's an opportunity for us to learn about the hazards while being entertained with a gospel concert and ministered to through a gospel concert on Christ, the Solid Rock We Stand. Tonight at 7 p.m. at NEPAC. So that was the final announcement, DeAndre. And it's time for our short break, and we'll be right back.
When VON vibrates, the whole Caribbean must shake.
860 AM, the Powerhouse.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go.
Let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Von Radio's Facebook Live and YouTube channels. Welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Von Radio. Every Saturday morning, we are here to share with you. We're here to inform you, to update you as to what's happening with our students, with our young people, and of course to empower all of you to become successful citizens here on the island of Nevis, and the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and of course throughout the entire world. We believe that you are all global citizens, and so we want to empower you, we want to encourage you, and of course engage you as much as possible in the process. We had a lot of announcements this morning, lots of information, very important information to share with you, and so we want to thank you for staying with us as we shared all of the information that we did, but all of it was very important, instrumental to your growth and your development, and we only want what is best for you. We alluded to the fact that this morning they had the Pink Lily Walk, and so we want to commend the entire Pink Lily team for organizing the walk every year and for ensuring that it is very well done. It is at the bottom of the hour though, and we want to go over to Melissa because today is a very special day to do this. We do it every Saturday, or just about every Saturday, but today is a very special day, so we want to turn over to Melissa.
Yes, today I dubbed today as Pink Lily Day because of the walk today, and Zanella is in bright pink this morning, bringing the sun even though there's no sun to bring, but we try and bring the sun regardless. So good morning and happy Saturday. I will say a special shout out to the Pink Lily lady herself, Lee Paris Cambridge, right there in England. She's up there, but she's still here because I know that she's, probably liaising with her sister Tracy here in Nevis to get everything done and everything in order for Pink Lily today, and of course for breast cancer or cancer month here in October in the Federation. So happy Saturday, Lee. Good morning. Have a wonderful Saturday, and of course in your words, whoop whoop. We love you, and we keep praying for you, and we hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
All right, Melissa. Interestingly enough, I was contacted this morning by, and I was out for a few days, and so I'm just getting back, and I was contacted. So I missed the walk this morning, but I had to represent anyway, because, you know, like you said, it's Pink Lily Day, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Day, and Lily is a staple not only for Pink Lily, but here on the Youth on the Go program as well. And so, but I was contacted by Dr. Jessica Badalis this morning. She had a message that she said she spent the whole night working on, because she wanted to send the message out to all of the persons who were part of the walk. Someone else will be reading the message at the walk on her behalf, but I'm going to simultaneously share the message. It's not very long, but it's very important. It's very important as we celebrate all of the persons who have faced and who are facing breast cancer in this our October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so the following message is coming from Dr. Jessica Badalis, and everybody knows Dr. Badalis. She was she worked actively here in Nevis, on the island of Nevis, for a long time as a gynecologist, and she was out for a bit, and she has had her own battles with breast cancer, and she was able to come back, and then she had to leave once again. So she thought it was very important on this very special Pink Lily Day to have a message. And this message, as I said, was written for the persons who attended the walk, and we are extending it to all of our listeners, and we want our children to listen in as well. There's sometimes some topics that we feel are taboo and we don't want to share with children, we don't want to share with young people, but our reality is our reality. And so for all of you listening here, once again, this message comes from Dr. Jessica Badalis. The title is, Do Not Get Distracted. Our message goes beyond the prettiness of pink. Good morning, dear sisters. It is 8 a.m. I am wearing a hat, gloves, and wrapped in blankets. It is 0 degrees this beautiful autumn day. I am sitting in a balcony in the south of Stockholm, Sweden, thinking that tomorrow around this same time you will be at Sunshine's after another successful Pink Lily Walkathon. I will be with you through this letter. Some minutes ago, I witnessed 2 young ladies arguing over who was wearing the most pink items. I also admired the most unique breast cancer ribbon I have ever seen. It was made of pink sapphire diamonds, and cost the owner over $500 US. Since 1993, October has been designated as Breast Cancer Awareness Month around the globe, and given the color pink to symbolize it. It is beautiful to see it in so many shades. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing that you care, that you are aware that the only condition to develop breast cancer is to have breasts, and all of us have that. Thank you for being part of this 11th encouraging Pink Lily Walkathon, the brainchild of Lee Paris. The families of the ones we lost to cancer, and the ones going through the journey, including Lee and myself, are the ones who appreciate your presence the most. But sisters, the success of this walkathon or any other activity around the world cannot be judged by how nice the gathering is or how pink our clothes are. Our real successes will be achieved if we understand the real message. What will happen after this encouraging walkathon ends? Will we really feel encouraged to love ourselves enough to make time to examine our breasts, our entire body, and to try to notice any changes? Will we really feel encouraged enough to take our nutrition seriously and make walks part of our routine? Will we encourage one another to live positively, to uplift each other? The success of this walkathon will be achieved knowing that you will do all possible to prevent any health condition, including breast cancer. I needed to be present today, even from far, because our message goes beyond the prettiness of the color pink. Breast cancer, cancer in general, is not a single or a pretty history. Do not get distracted. There is no beauty while waiting at the doctor's office after cancer has been suspected. There is no beauty the way our body or our soul feels after the many debilitating treatments that many cannot afford. There is no pretty pink in this condition that I know too well after being challenged 4 times by it, plus 3 life-threatening complications. I am here with you after so many physical and spiritual challenges. The loss of my fingernails, toenails, hair, the difficulties walking, drinking even water, or even breathing meant nothing when all what you fight for is for another day next to your children. I am able to write to you today because my family did not mind losing all to keep me alive. Because my children, who were 6 and 8 when this journey started, are now 15 and 13, and are my nurses and my therapists 24/7. I am able to write to you, to be here, because your love, support, and prayers sustained me in my scary moments. My titles did not matter. Cancer does not discriminate. The condition is still active. I am still under treatment, but I am living. I am recovering. I am studying with the hopes to keep serving in my profession. I am recovering. It is possible. How I will be next walkathon? Only God holds the future. Some other brother and sisters have even more than I have, but sometimes it is not enough. I am here also with a heavy heart thinking about the mother behind this popular walkathon, Lee Paris. Many adjectives come to my mind to describe her: bouncing, ongoing, friendly, unstoppable. Lee is one of the strongest persons I have ever met. Lee is a woman of faith. I cannot remain sitting on this balcony, but be here with you today to ask each of you to pray for the many cancer warriors, to pray for our indomitable Lee Paris. I am here because in spite of her acceptance and many brave speeches, it hurts me enormously seeing her loss of weight and unusual tiredness. It hurts me to know that she's far from her little girls today. I came to disturb your calmness in a loving way, to remind you not to get distracted by the prettiness of pink. There is nothing pretty in this condition. I came because if there is a message that Lee and I are trying so arduously to get out, it is this: love yourself enough. Find time to enjoy each day of your physical and mental healthiness. Try your very best to never cross the breach. Lee's love for us makes her find the strength to share her complicated journey with us. A journey faced with such bravery and outpouring of gratitude and love that can only come from God. Please, let us be silent for 1 minute. Let's silently feel our togetherness and love. Let's silently pray for so many in our community and the world facing this condition. Let's pray for Lee and her family and make them feel what she always says to us: you are not alone. We are here for you. And that, once again, if you tuned in after I started, is a message from Dr. Jessica Bardales, and she admonished and encouraged us to have a 1 minute silence. Of course, it was dedicated to the persons who participated in the Pink Lily Walk this morning, but we're going to extend it here on Youth on the Go because we as well stand beside Lee and beside Dr. Badalis and all of the persons who are faced with breast cancer or who have been faced with breast cancer. And so we are going to recognize all of those persons in a moment of silence. Thank you very much for that. And as we said, we know that Lee's listening in. We also know that Dr. Badalis, I encouraged her to tune in as well. So she is tuned in. And so we want to thank you for your continued support. And as we wear pink and as we put our pink shirts on, we do the Pink Lily Walk and all of the other walks that support persons with who have been diagnosed with, who have faced, those persons who are in remission. We want to encourage you to remember the real reason, as Dr. Badalis would have stated, for wearing pink and not get too lost in the prettiness of it all. On that note, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughn Radio.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. You know, I know we're gonna have a great time. And now we're past it quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's Youth on the Go. Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, Youth on the Go. Oh, let's start the show. Let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. This storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Let's go.
Let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Vaughn Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channels, and welcome to another edition of Youth on the Go here on Vaughn Radio. Every Saturday morning we are here with you. I am Zanella Claxton from the Department of Education alongside my co-host
DeAndre Daniel.
And DeAndre, just before the break, I read a message from Dr. Jessica Badalis, and everyone out there listening knows Dr. Badalis just as well as they know Lee. And so we want to once again say good morning to them. And if there's anybody who has faced breast cancer, we want to encourage you to continue. We want to continue to encourage you and to pray for you and to show you as much support, and of course to your families as well. For if there's anybody you want to call in during the rest of the show to recognize, we're open to that. If you want to recognize anybody, if you want to highlight anyone who has faced breast cancer or who's currently facing breast cancer, we're open to that. As I said, for children, for young people, we can't pretend it doesn't happen. it's a reality. Some of them have parents and family members who are facing the illness, and so we can't pretend that it's not a reality. What we can do is to educate and to support. Some of the schools during Spirit Week, for example, when I announced the Nevis Academy listing, where pink was one of the days. And so some of the schools are showing their support, but we don't want the children to lose sight of why they're doing what they're doing. DeAndre, we have a few math problems. I think we can give a few prizes out this morning. You want to go with the first one? DeAndre is usually the one who has to sit over here and work out all the sums. We're going to get him to read one this morning. Go ahead.
The name?
Ashley?
Oh, okay. Ashley runs 2 miles on Monday and 3 times that many on Tuesday. If she wants to run a total of 20 miles this week, how many more miles does she need to run?
Okay, you have to read it again. Go ahead.
Ashley runs 2 miles on Monday and 3 times that many on Tuesday. If she wants to run a total of 20 miles this week, how many more miles does she need to run?
Okay, so there are many steps in this particular word problem. We're going to have to go through, and DeAndre Melissa has pulled her paper. So you know it's on. So let's go through it again for those who are listening, and they need it step by step, so we usually try to go over each part. Go ahead.
Ashley runs 2 miles on Monday and 3 times that many on Tuesday. If she wants to run a total of 20 miles this week, how many more miles does she need to run?
Okay, so she did 2 miles on Monday, and on Tuesday she did 3 times the number of miles she ran on Monday. And she wants to run a total of 20 miles for the week. How many more miles does she need to run? That's an interesting one. Many steps in this one. Well, not too many, but more than one step. And so we are encouraging you to call in once you have the answer, 469-1616, 469-1700. We also have the lines open if you want to call in and say good morning to anyone you know who has been affected by breast cancer or who's facing breast cancer. Anyone who's supporting them, you're free to do so as well, in honor and celebration of Lee and of course of Dr. Balalis as well, and all of the other persons who have faced this illness that can affect any one of us. DeAndre, for the students, for the children listening in, read us the question one more time to make sure that they get the answer or they have enough time to work through the answer.
Ashley runs 2 miles on Monday and 3 times that many on Tuesday. If she wants to run a total of 20 miles this week, how many more miles does she need to run?
Wonderful. That's a good one. Okay, numbers to call, 469-1616, 469-1700. I think Melissa has her answer already, and so I'm hoping that the listeners, the children out there listening, also have their answers. All right. We are going to read it one more time. Okay, we have a call on the line, DeAndre.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing today?
Good.
Do you have an answer for us?
Yes, the answer is that she needs to run 12 more miles.
You're correct. And what's your name?
Jaden Clark.
Okay, congratulations, Jaden. You just won yourself a brand new book.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Jaden. Jaden,
Yes?
did you participate in the student council elections?
Yes, I did.
How did it go?
It was fun.
Wonderful. What team were you representing?
The clown.
You were the oh, you're royalty. Good, good. All right. Did you get the results as yet?
Yes.
Okay. Who's the student council president?
The Kwane Brown.
Okay. Were you able to secure a spot on the executive?
Yes, I'm
I'm sorry?
Vice President.
You're the vice president. Well, congratulations, Jaden. I thought I saw your picture during the election time, the campaign time. So congratulations to you and to Dequania, you said?
Yes, Dequani.
Okay, Dequania Brown. Congratulations to all of your classmates as well. All right?
Yes.
Thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, we have another question.
Read the other part to it.
No, next question.
No, not this.
No, he already said.
Oh, okay. Dawn has 22 candles that she wants to make into
Parcels.
parcels of 3. She wants to give these parcels to 5 of her friends. How many parcels will she have left over?
Read it again.
Dawn has 21.
21. So Dawn has 21.
Dawn has 21 candies that she wants to make into parcels of 3. She wants to give these parcels to 5 of her friends. How many parcels will she have left over?
Okay, good. That's a good question. That once again, you can't just take one step. Let's go through. So Dawn had 21 candies. She wants to make parcels of 3. She wants to give these parcels to 5 of her friends. How many parcels will she have left over?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How is your day been going?
I'm good.
Do you have an answer for us?
Yes. 2. She has 2 candies left.
Okay, remember we're trying to give complete sentences. Go ahead.
She has 2 parcels left over.
And that's the correct answer. You just won yourself a brand new book. And what's your name?
Tejada David.
Okay, congratulations.
All right. Tijana, did you participate in the student council elections as well?
Yes.
Okay, how did it go?
Good.
Which team were you on?
Heart.
Well, you were on the Heart team. And were you able to get a space on the executive?
Yes.
Okay, what position do you hold?
Secretary.
Oh, you're the secretary. Nice. Congratulations. We have all our student council persons calling in this morning. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. DeAndre, I think we can take one more. John?
John earned $12 on Saturday, but he only managed to earn half that amount on Sunday. He earned $26 the previous weekend. How much more does he need to earn to give him the $60 he needs to buy a new hockey stick?
Okay, read it again. Take your time with the numbers so they can write them down.
John earned $12 on Saturday, but he only managed to earn half of that amount on Sunday. He earned $26 the previous weekend. How much more does he need to earn to give him the $60 he needs to buy a new hockey stick?
Ooh. Now, Melissa seems to have gotten the answer. I'm hoping she's not using the calculator, you know. Okay. I'm hoping she's working it out, DeAndre, because I'm over here working it out. Okay, she has a paper. All right, read it one more time. Take your time with the numbers. If you have the answer, call in 469-1616, 469-1700. Please call in as quickly as possible. The show is about winding down, and we want to get at least one more winner.
John earned $12 on Saturday, but he only managed to earn...
Ooh.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Do you have an answer for us?
Do you have the answer for us?
Hello.
Do you have an answer for us?
Yes.
Okay, good.
What's the answer?
16.
Okay, we try to answer in complete sentences, so give us a complete sentence.
John needs $16 to buy his new hockey stick.
Congratulations, that's the answer. What's your name?
What's your name?
Rajon Flexi.
Okay. Rajon, we have DeAndre. He has one himself.
A new book.
All right. Wonderful. Rajon, your school hasn't had elections, right? Student
No.
council? No. Okay. All right. Okay. Have a great day and the rest of your weekend, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, DeAndre, I think we can't get any more in, so we want to congratulate Jaden Clark, Tejana David, and Rajon Fifield for calling in this morning and getting those answers. They were all multi-step questions, and so they did a great job, and we want to commend them and applaud them for a good job. We also want to ask you to continue to support the Breast Cancer Awareness Month and the Financial Information Awareness Month, and also the football tournament, the primary school football tournament. And let's not forget our Water Wednesdays, and of course get your water ready for this coming Wednesday. And finally, Bullying Awareness Day on Friday. It's going to be a very busy week, DeAndre, throughout our schools and of course here on the island of Nevis. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and we look forward to joining you next week.
Bye.